What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Fantasy Few. I am Stone with Mason and Paul. We are talking the NFC Championship game today. It is hype. Mason is a Rams fan, so fun fact, he is picking one team to win this game and thinks the other team has absolutely no chance. But before we get into any of that stuff, I'm going to ask if you guys can like the video, comment down below who's going to win this game, subscribe to
Okay.
the channel if you
Comment.
enjoy the video. We post
Subscribe.
stuff like this each and every single day, and we have a bunch of off-season fantasy football stuff to go over with you guys, so keep in mind that we will be here all year round. All right.
Oh,
Getting into
dear.
the game, Mason, the San Francisco 49ers have won their last 6 games against the Los Angeles Rams. Is there
That is
any
true.
possibility that this changes and the Rams can ever beat Debo Samuel?
But you got to reform that question. Listen. How are the 49ers going to beat the Rams? And I'm not going to mention the 6-0 stat. That everyone knows that. I don't care about that. How are the 49ers going to beat a divisional team 3 times in a row in 1 year? My biggest thing right now, I think the Niners are kind of losing steam. Not in the sense that, oh, they're not hot. I think they have peaked, and I think it is time for them to come back down. They just beat the freaking Green Bay Packers. Nobody thought that was going to happen. It happened. So what? All right. So here's my keys for the 49ers. Sean McVay in week 18 showed that basically he can get up on the 49ers. And what he did wrong was he let his foot up off the gas pedal. Okay. He did not stomp on the throat. He did not finish the game. The key for the 49ers to be able to stop the Rams is with Nick Bosa in that pass rush. He's about to break some records right now. He's currently at 7.5, or no, the all-time playoff record is 7.5 sacks, and he is right there behind it. So they are going to have to get at the Rams' offensive line. But the negative for that, the Rams' offensive line is playing darn good football right now. Okay, we are doing great. I do not see them being able to slow us down that much. I do believe we're going to be able to get back out on front. I mean, Nick Bosa is a terror. That whole defense is kind of scary, but I do believe the Rams have the ability to just go down and throw it on them. Yeah, they were able to hold Aaron Rodgers in check. What's that, son?
I do want to throw one thing out there is a thing we aren't talking about in terms of what gives the Niners a good chance at possibly winning this game too is the status of their All-Pro left tackle if he's even going to be playing this week.
I
So
was just getting into
yeah,
that.
okay. Yeah, I just wanted to I didn't know if you're gonna bring it up. I had to bring it up since you're the Rams fan.
Point
You know you
number
can be
one
about
was
that
the
stuff.
Niners. Point number one was the Niners pass rush. Okay, they're going to have to be on. I don't think they're going to have that, so that's why I don't think they're going to be able to beat the Rams. Number two, Trent Williams will have to play. Okay, if Trent Williams is not playing, that Rams defensive line is going to destroy that offense. All right, and they will disrupt the heck out of Jimmy G. Um, do I think Trent Williams is going to play? Absolutely. The magnitude of this game is uncontested. That's why I think that Trent Williams will absolutely play. They are going to play well. George Kittle is going to block well. It's going to make it hard for that Rams pass rush. But we all know the 49ers win in the trenches. They run the heck out of the ball. And then basically my third one, Jimmy G is going to have a better performance than he's had. He has not had a rating over 90 in like the last 4 or 5 weeks. He is not playing, great football. He's playing a great game manager role. I do not believe that he has the ability to come in here and beat the Rams at SoFi
I,
Stadium. He was able to beat the Packers because it was cold, it was snowy, they weren't able to throw the ball. He's going to have to be able to play a darn good football game in order to beat the Rams, and I think the Rams are going to have him in check. You guys can interject now.
So my first point is you said that you don't think Jimmy G is going to be able to come into SoFi and beat the Rams. Well, he just did that 3 weeks ago. Now, to my second point, you've been talking about division rivals and they can't sweep them, but history is just not really on their side at the time. So going for a sweep when it comes to division rivals, more times than not, the team that's undefeated, they complete the sweep. Since 1970, there have been 22 instances where division rivals have met in the postseason after one team won the first 2 regular season meetings. Those teams have won the game 14 times and lost 8. That's a win percentage of 636. So that right there is not in favor of the Rams. That's in favor of the 49ers. And then team going for the sweep is 4-1 when the third game takes place in a conference championship. that just decreased your odds even more. I'm not saying it's not possible, but you just saying that it can't happen simply because they've beat them 6 times in a row in the regular season. It's just. Then here's one of the biggest things for me. Again, sticking with statistics, the Rams and the 49ers have met in the playoffs one time, and the Rams lost that game. This was back in 1989. San Francisco
that team's
beat
very
them.
similar.
San Francisco beat them 30-3. In that year, they also went on to win the Super Bowl and complete a 17-2 season, including the playoffs.
So again, like the season that's happening this year.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is history is on the side of the 49ers at this point. It's not on the side of the Rams. I know you've talked about injuries of
the NFL wants the Rams to play in the Super Bowl and SoFi. That's exactly why the Rams.
That's why the Rams are going to win the game.
Okay,
so talk about history.
We're gonna see another pass interference that should be called, and it's not, and it's going to propel them to the Super Bowl. Is that what you're telling me? We're going to have another New Orleans type deal? No.
I got a little more to say, but I know Stone, I think, wants to say something.
I don't really have anything to butt in with. It was something that Mason said earlier about Jimmy G. It wasn't like, I don't think he's going to be as bad as he's been the last 2 games. I think he'll play better in this game. All he needs to do is throw at least a touchdown or 2, and they can win this game. He hasn't thrown a touchdown in the playoffs yet, and I think the biggest key for the San Francisco 49ers to win, as Mason said, Jimmy G's going to have a good game. I think it's going to have to come at like 1 or 2 touchdowns, one of them to Kittle, possibly one of them to Debo. Like, I don't think he's going to get away with no touchdowns again.
Hear me out. This is my prediction. He's going to have to throw for over 250 yards and 2 touchdowns. They're going to have to involve other people than Debo. I know George Kittle will get involved. He absolutely has to in order for them to win. He can't just be a blocker this week because the Rams are going to be passing, so therefore Niners are going to have to pass the ball. If he can't pass for over 250 yards, I don't think they can win this game. I mean, I know their rushing game is crazy, but Elijah Mitchell's efficiency has been down over the last 2 weeks, and I don't think it's coming back up anytime soon.
That's why they've relied on Debo.
Yeah, no, I know.
So they've had Debo in that backfield.
You think we're not going to do everything we can to we are sick of Debo Samuel. We are going to do everything we can to slow that guy down. Can we stop him? No, but we will slow him down.
I will say I like your
idea. You don't think that the San Francisco 49ers are trying to do the same thing to Cooper Kupp?
Yeah. Well, I
guarantee everybody's.
But they don't have
But you slow them down, and I understand that. But also at the same time, you guys are talking about Jimmy G has to be able to throw. He has to score touchdowns, and no, he doesn't.
Not 250 yards. I was going to say that. He doesn't need to throw that. He needs
in the NFC title game, the year they went to a Super Bowl. In the NFC title game, the year they went to the Super Bowl, when they beat Green Bay, they rushed for 5 touchdowns or 4 touchdowns. He threw for like 6 passes. They still won the game.
Fine.
I'm not saying that he has to do the same thing.
I'm saying for this game,
itself.
I'm telling you what's going to happen. That's fine, and I know that you can win without throwing the football. The 49ers are going to have to throw the football in order to beat the Rams, and that's my big prediction. I don't
agree with it. I don't think that's the case. I think
I know. I see what you guys are saying. You can get it done on the ground. I'm saying there's no chance the Rams are losing, and if they do, it's going to be because Jimmy G just goes out there and throws the heck out of the football.
All right.
Yes, they will try to run the football.
So
hey, let me be me.
So you're saying the Rams already won. You've already completely said the Rams won. Let's get into our predictions. What's your score then? Do you think the Niners can even hang in there, or is it just going to be 35-0?
No, I think that the Niners are going to play us tough. I do think it is going to be a hard-fought game. There's no question in my mind about that. But I do believe Sean McVay. He knows he is a restless dude. He will sit here and he will plan. I don't know if the dude slept all week. I don't know what he's doing, but I know all he is doing is prepping for this game. I guarantee you guys that. He's one of the best at that. My prediction, Rams 28. I'm going to go the Niners. Give him 17. I'll be nice. I'll give him 17.
I figured that's what you were going to give him, actually, for some reason. I was in my head, I'm like, he's going to go like high, like he's going to go 30 or something, then he's going to give the Niners like 17 or 14. I knew you were going to do it. Paul, let's hear yours. I'm kind of curious. I think you think the Niners are going to win.
I do. And again, it probably seems like this entire year I've done nothing but poop on the Rams. For one, I like to jab them simply because Mason's a Rams fan. Well, also
Fine.
at the same time, this is something I've said since the start of the postseason. To me, the San Francisco 49ers are a Cinderella team in the NCAA tournament right now. They're Loyola Chicago when they make it to the Final Four, to the championship game, and they do it in such an unorthodox way. It's not the traditional you sit out and shoot 3-pointers all day kind of thing, and that's exactly how I think this game is going to go. What they do best is they run the ball. They're going to be able to game manage. The elements aren't going to be in question this time, so you might not have the drops that you had in Green Bay or the wobbly throws. Will Jimmy G be able to throw it? I'm sure he will. Is he going to throw for 300 yards, 250? Probably not, but that's okay
Never
because
know.
they've shown they can win when he doesn't. Um, Again, this Rams defense is very tough. Aaron Donald, probably the best defensive player in the game, possibly the
You're
best
darn.
player in the game outside of a quarterback position. But again, I think this is going to be a close game. They always seem to be, especially division rivals. You know each other, you hate each other. I'm predicting the San Francisco 49ers will upset. They will reclaim SoFi as their home, just like they did in weeks 18, whatever it was,
We wouldn't let Niner fan buy
to the
tickets. So
chagrin of Matt Stafford's wife and whoever else's wife that were crying about Rams need to buy up all the tickets and not let 49ers fans in. That's just pathetic. Try to a way to win. But again, I'm going to go San
that is what you
Francisco
talk about.
31-27 over the Rams.
All right, and I, meanwhile,
You're wrong.
am in the middle. I am the guy who has no bias at all here. I don't care who wins the game, even remotely, because I'm just a fan of football, and the way I'm taking things here is I think that the Rams have the favorable playing at home, 2 straight weeks into the Super Bowl kind of thing. I think that they have Matt Stafford, they have Cooper Kupp, they have a very solid running game. I think that their offense is going to get it done today, or tomorrow at least, sorry. I think that the Rams are going to win this game against the 49ers, but I am not saying the Niners can't win this game. I think they very equally have a shot with their run game, with their defense that's pretty solid. They can slow the Rams down. If they do slow the Rams down, they can play their running game, and that's how they are going to win this game. Personally, I think it's going to be low scoring. I think it's going to be the Rams are going to score like 21, and I think the Niners are going to have 17. So I think it's going to be low scoring because that's how the Niners have been playing. They're going to slow the game down. The Rams aren't going to shoot out like they want to. I think it's going to be a close game still. Rams take it. That's 2-1. It's a Fantasy Few Rams channel. You're welcome, Mason. I did it just for you. All right, everybody. If you enjoyed today's video, please like and comment down below who you think is actually going to win, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this each and every single week. We are coming up on the Super Bowl, so we're going to have a bunch of Super Bowl videos ready to post for you guys. So without further ado, I'm going to give things over to Mason. He's going to break us out of here like he usually does.
Fantasy Few out, baby. Let's go.